It's another Wednesday night at Gamer Sanctuary. Fresh Coast Gaming has something special for today. We always try to do videos for special things, I guess. Or maybe you can just say every video we do is special. I like it either way. We are going to be, I'm going to be playing a doubleheader today, 2 games. First, we're going to get some Infinity in with Joe. We're going to show off his beautiful new table design. And I'm going to be trying out my Tohaa army for the first time ever. And then hopefully we're going to get in a game of Planet Strike with one of the guys later on, so do some 40k. So let's jump right into the Infinity. I'm going to show you what I'm bringing for my Tohaa. I'll let Joe go over his army list when he's got a chance, and then we'll take a look at the table as well. Here we have my new Tohaa army. Actually, not really new. I've had these guys for about a year, but I finally finished painting them over the winter, and I'm breaking them out for the first time ever, so I'm real happy with them. All the kind of the exoskeleton suit, the exosuits that they have made me a little nervous about painting them, but I just used some washes, some simple stuff, and I think they came out great. So we'll start over here. I have a Kumateo Bioengineer with 2 of the Slave Chaksas. I have a pair of the Kameo Light Infantry. This one is a forward observer, just for fun. I have 2 of the Makal troops with heavy flamethrowers and the 0V smoke grenades. This is not a standard Ektros regiment. This is actually Nima Satar. So I got another rocket launcher and some viral weaponry in there. I have a Calypsos infiltrator with, she's also a forward observer. The Gorgos over here with his Flammenspeer and Spitfire and viral close combat weapon, and his little buddy with a shotgun. And then a pair of Chaksa peripherals with, Chaksa auxiliaries with the HMG and the heavy guided rocket launcher. So 300 points. I think it's 3.5 special weapon points. That's one of the things about Tohaa. They tend to have a lot of extra special weapon points for you to play with because they don't have a whole lot of the crazy tech. All right, so let's see what Joe is going to bring today. I'll let him tell you, because that's one of the things about Infinity, is that the army lists are generally secret.
Okay, this is Joe here, and I'm playing the Capricolli today. You've got Scarface and Cordelia. You've got 1 Gulam Lieutenant, 1 Sipakan, an Alhawa Sniper, Azrael with a Furbok. I've got a linked team here of my KTS. I got a doctor, an engineer, and let's see, yep, and my Spitfire. He's going to be the link leader, of course. I got a little support robot that's going to stick next to my leader in case he needs to be helped, or in case an engineer needs to grab him or anything else. So, 300 points Capricolli. Again, this is Joe, the guy who made the tables. And I'll finish over here with the MVP, if anybody looks for him today, Claptrap.
Here is a shot of the awesome tablescape that Joe has been building. You've seen bits and pieces of it over the last couple years in different videos we've done, but I want to just show it off all at once here, so you can just die of envy because it's so cool. And of course, all this is entirely modular, so we change it up all the time. Joe is constantly adding stuff to it. He has his toolkit here, and he'll be making modifications to it here while we play. The little drops like the vending machines and garbage piles are awesome. We're calling this New Hong Kong because everything else in Infinity tends to be real squeaky clean, so we figured in the world of Infinity, maybe Hong Kong isn't that clean. But we've got this elevated garden up here. There are a couple ways we have to get up in there. I'm not going to go over all the special rules that we have for this, but there are. I'm just going to point out some of the neat features. There's a subway system that you can transit across the board. There are stairs inside each of the buildings. We actually, Joe has been experimenting with special rules for the vending machines as well. Anyway, it's super cool. It's going to be a lot of fun to play on this. One of the things we are going to do is play one of the missions out of the Campaign Paradiso book. We're going to be playing one where there are, I believe, 12 objectives on the table that are crashed survivor Tohaa pods, and we have to check them to see if they are survivors, if they're delegates, or if they explode on us. We have to try to get them off the table. But we're going to roll for who gets first turn, who gets deployment, do all that shortly. Joe's going to put the objectives out right now, and then we'll get started. I'm going to do a quick pan over my deployment zone. I have my guided heavy rocket launcher Chaksa up here. My other one was my reserve deployment right here, so he's got a nice field of fire underneath the buildings. I've got my first fire team right here with my bioengineer, one of the McCalls, and the one of the I can't remember what they're called, the basic line troopers. I have my Gorgos right here with the other Triad right here, another McCall, another one of the line troopers, and Nima Sitar right there. I do have another model somewhere in my deployment zone, and I'm not going to tell Joe where, because that's part of the fun of this game. But it's not like, you know, he doesn't know it's there because she's sitting right there. He knows it's going to be somewhere. Anyway, go run around the table. I don't know what any of Joe's stuff is except for that. Is that Scarface?
That is Scarface.
So we have Scarface right here.
We got a Sepicon heavy rocket launcher.
Heavy rocket launcher.
We've got Azrael with a fur bomb.
Okay.
We've got Gulams. Oh. We've got a little Nea set. We've got somebody under there.
Yeah, there's a camo marker right there. Someone's hiding, and we got a fire team right here.
Yep, and Cordelia sitting over here on top of the subway.
All right, so she's going to kind of block me from using the subway. That's all right. We are going to, Joe, have you decided if you're going first or second?
I'm going to go first.
He's going to go first. So we will get Joe's turn out of the way and then come back, talk about what happened, and then go to my turn. All right, here we are after Joe's turn 1. It started out with him getting just ungodly lucky. He had Scarface starting out right here next to the pod. So he examined the pod, found the delegate out of all 12 pods. That's the one it's in, and then just ran her off the table, and I had nothing that could see it to stop it. So there's 6 victory points for Joe right off the bat. He managed to find a couple more of the other Tohaa survivors. There's one here, and there's one down here. But I think still, even though he got me pretty beat in victory points, I had a really good turn. I had a Chaksa Auxiliary right down there between those two pieces, right over there on the rooftop with his Neurocynetics and heavy machine gun. Gunned down this guy with a rocket launcher when he tried to shoot my tag and missed. He had a sniper pop up right up in here, and she tried to kill him, and he just said, nope, I'm just going to spray you with bullets and crit you, and then even took out the Link team leader down here before eventually succumbing to the Link team leader after the doctor brought him back. So the doctor brought the team leader back. He stood up and shot me with a Spitfire, and he crit me, so I had no chance to get him back. So I lost my my Chaksa Auxiliary. I lost one of the peripherals down here from my bioengineer, and that's it. But Joe has a big advantage in victory points. So we're going to move into my turn and see if I can play a little catch-up. All right, I tried to get some points back this turn. I really did. I had 3 objectives right here that I examined with my bioengineer and her little robot, her drone peripheral dude. That one I have activated and synchronized with that guy right here who's trying to run off the board. That one I could not revive. He's still alive, but I couldn't revive it. It kept failing. That one was dead. And then I revealed my Calypso Infiltrator up here to try to get a draw a bead on the doctor who was hiding behind that wall with her forward observer so I could drop some rockets on it. Missed that, but that guy was also dead. So everybody on my side of the table is dead except for that guy, and he just doesn't want to wake up. So I decided then to come back under the table here and wasted a lot of actions trying to keep this whole team pinned down. I managed to kill the guy who was in the middle here at the drop pod, which that guy is alive but unconscious. That guy just took shot after shot after shot from my little Chaksa, who eventually did get knocked down. I saved a ton of blitzen shots against my my tag. I think what, 4, 5, or 6, something like that. Crazy. Anyway, I did manage to kill the doctor finally with Spitfires, but I had to use all my Flammenspeer fire rockets to do it. So that kind of made me unhappy that I had to waste that many orders to kill those 2 guys. So I still have 0 points, and Joe still has 6, and we're going to keep playing. Alright, I'm going to sit right here and talk about everything that happened this turn. Joe used a whole bunch of orders to bring Scarface around the building, and as he crested around that corner right there, I ARO'd him with my tag and got 1 hit on him. He failed his armor save. Then he came up to the cover and shot at my tag again, and same thing happened. I got an ARO hit, and he failed his armor check. So Scarface just took 2 wounds, which makes me pretty happy. So now we're going to go into bottom of my turn 2. See if I can't grab some points. All right, I'm sorry I keep giving you this angle, but this is where all the action is really going on. My Gorgos ran up, took an ARO hit from someone, but did take out the guy standing in the middle there. Nima Sitar came up to the corner and double flaming rocket launched Scarface, so He actually lost his 3rd wound, but the fires did go out, so he didn't take an additional wound into the pilot. And the rest of the team is kind of just spread out here. I did manage to find another survivor. I have to get them off the table soon, though. Otherwise, that's about it. I got one guy off over here, so I got 2 points here. And this one is working their way there. So I actually have 2 plus 1 for finding that one, 3 plus 1 for finding that one, 4 points to Joe's. It's 8 at the moment because you got 1 for finding that one and 1 for finding that one up here, even though that bot is now deactivated and he can't do anything with that survivor. But he has 8 points to my 4, excuse me, 8 to my 4. We're going to move into turn 3. Top of turn 3, this is the last turn of the game. Joe played the smart move. He's already got 9 points. He ran up one of his models here just to discover what was in that pod, and it turns out it was another survivor. That gave him a 10th point. So I'm going to have to really hustle my butt off to try to get secondary objectives and get guys off the table that I already have just to tie him. So we're going to see if I can't pull it off in the bottom of turn 3. Oh, the only other thing that happened is that dude tried to shoot at my Chaksa peripheral right there, and I dodged. It was... what's it called? I can't. Their hyperdynamics is really cool. Hyperdynamics combined with mimetism make it really easy for them to dodge. All right, moving into bottom of 3. All right, due to a lucky whip roll right here on my first order, second order. My first order, I got that survivor off thanks to my doctor. But the second order, I got my whip roll on to revive that passenger, and then used a bunch of orders to run them off the table over here, which gave me 3 survivors collected and found, 6 points. I managed to get all my guys out of my deployment zone, which I had to use a whole bunch of the rest of my orders to do that, because I forgot I had 2 guys here right at 12 inches, so my last 2 orders had to just be move them out. But that gave me one of my secondary objective card points, clear the area. Which is something we play with here for Infinity. It makes the game a lot more fun. I also killed his doctor. That's why I spent so many orders trying to knock that thing out. So I got a bonus point there. So I ended up with 8 points. Joe, on the other hand, we had a miscalculation because we forgot that the pod that we thought his guy grabbed at the last second was actually this dude sitting right here. So he'd already found that pod. He had to go to one of the other 2 up here to collect it. So he got 2 points for finding the diplomat, 4 more for getting her off the table. That's 6. And then he found 7, 8. He found those 2 pods. So he had 8 points total. Failed to get both of his objectives. So at the moment we're at a draw, 8 to 8. However, one of Joe's objectives was to ambush me. He got to randomly draw one of my objectives, and if he prevented me from doing it, he got a point. If not, he lost a point. So he actually drew the one where I had to get out of my deployment zone. It's kind of a hard one to keep. So he lost a point. I got a point. So we're at 8 to 7. So technically, I won inexplicably. And I thought I was just a goner from right here when I was down 6 points to nothing for 2 whole turns. But fought back, and I got lucky on the special objectives. So I hope you love this terrain. We've been trying to play so much more Infinity lately, but it's just been a tough balance between 7th edition 40K coming out and being super fun, and playing a little fantasy now and then and a little War Machine now and then. But this table is it makes us all drool every time we come up here. So we're gonna hopefully get some more. If you guys want to see more Infinity, please put it in the comments. Let us know what you like. If we screwed up, I'm sure we screwed stuff up because we don't. I mean, I don't play Infinity anywhere near as much as I want to. But there's a lot of really hardcore Infinity players out there, and I'm hoping you guys are watching. Let us know if we made any mistakes, and if you enjoyed it. Thanks.